Ain't nobody came to your neighborhood and said, you got to get out this neighborhood. You can't live here no more because of the way you act. They let y'all do whatever y'all want to do in y'all neighborhood and y'all shoot them up every night. Because if it's not about having a proper etiquette, that ain't got nothing to do with just kids. That's for grown folks too. It ain't no space that you think you're going to be able to get into that's of worth, of value, that other people done worked hard to either get into or to maintain, to create, build. And they going to let you just come and act anyway while you there and tear it up. That's why the neighborhoods is the way they is. And ain't nobody came through the neighborhoods and told you to not. Ain't nobody came to your house and told you to get out. Think about that. Ain't nobody came to your neighborhood and said, you got to get out this neighborhood. You can't live here no more because of the way you act. They let y'all do whatever y'all want to do in y'all neighborhood and y'all shoot them up every night. And ain't nobody said nothing about it, to the point where you got to literally get removed from where you stay. They'll go on the news and talk about it. They talk about everything. Cats getting stuck in trees, buildings burning down, people stealing, whatever. They talking about everything on the news. So if they talk about how many people done got shot or how many people got killed, and they got somebody's mama and grandmama on the news crying about what baby done got killed, they told you could do whatever you want to do in your neighborhood. You can't do it over here though. And I ain't gonna lie to you, if I'm at the Riverwalk like I was yesterday, I don't want to see y'all down there, 300 of you shooting. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be nowhere near it. That's just my prerogative. Even when I was younger, I didn't run in big old crowds like that because it's a waste of time. And why would I waste my own time? Listening to these kids, why would I waste my own time? Listening to that lady talking at the end, why would I waste my own time listening to that, knowing that it's garbage that you try to peddle? And I don't know why y'all want people to lower their standards. You should raise yours. If you find yourself somewhere where the standards are higher than what you can reach, you should leave with the thought of, I'm coming back with my standards raised so that I can enjoy this. Not to say, hey, you should lower your standards for me. I should be able to enjoy this based on the standards that I have, not the standards that you've set. And so these professional time wasters, these is they kids. And these kids will inevitably fail just like their mamas and daddies did. Failures, the whole lot of them. Ain't gonna never improve and ain't gonna never have nothing worth having. But instead of them building something worth having, they'd much rather you lower your standards, let them into what you done built so they can tear it up. And it's no different if you own property. I saw some video, some white boys trying to convince landlords to sell their property, and I ain't even give them half a thought. I'm not even going to listen to that because why would I waste my own time listening to that? But it's the same thing if you're in the rental business. If y'all out there who are in the rental business, y'all can speak to what I'm talking about. Why would I lower my standards of living for what I've decreed? I've said, hey, these are the rules. These are the parameters. This is what you can do while you live in here. This is what you can't do while you live in here. Why would I lower those standards for somebody just because they feel entitled to it? They want to be special. Well, guess what? You ain't. Ain't nobody special. You can be special among yourselves as far as what you consider yourself to be, elitist or not, right? But ain't nobody going to make special treatment for you. They're not going to put set-asides there for you so that you can have their standards lowered or you could squander whatever it is that they've built for themselves. And it's because you are without proper guidance. In the community they reside in, will be their final resting place. You're not going to progress past that. Even if you sit up there with the city council, whoever it is that you're sitting up there with talking to, no matter what they say to you, don't let them people gas your head up into thinking that the world is going to lower their standards for you. They not. And if you're a professional time waster, you can just imagine all the things that you're going to be missing out on. But you're not going to be able to actually enjoy them because nobody's going to lower their standards for you to be able to. You need to raise your standards. You need to have some discipline about yourself and stop wasting your own time, because I'm not going to let you waste mine. I'm not going to let you waste mine. And them kids, I don't know them kids. So I'm not attacking them kids for what they have to endure. But somebody has to have a sharp tongue and they have to have a sharp enough mind to let them kids know that whoever the grown person was that let you write that on paper and had you sit up there and say it without actually meaning it, they leading you astray. Because they should have told you straight up, This ain't how this go. You can write that on a piece of paper. You can sit up there and tell them people, but they not going to have no sympathy for you. And they not supposed to, because that elitist mind that they have won't allow them to, because they truly, truly believe in progress. They truly, truly believe in ambition. And you have to have such in order to be in the places that you want to be in. You want to go to these places. You want to enjoy the things that are there. You want to meet new people. Change your attitude. Change the way you look at life. Have some discipline about yourself, right? And come on down and come aboard this elitist view of the world and an elitist view of yourself. But it got to start in the schools. It can't just, matter of fact, forget the schools. It got to start at the homes, but it should be reinforced in the schools and then triple down once you get back home. Your mamas and daddies should have you on that course, and then your teachers and administrators should keep you on that course. And when you come back home, they should let you know that there's more to it, that it ain't over. You ain't going to hit a dead end so quickly. But this whole time wasting, that's your dead end. You already there.